Hello and welcome to Katrina's Creations. This is my bariatric journey. And what's going on this week? A lot. In a good way. Lots have gone on. So please ignore the clock. I just sat back down, so I'm not going to go in the other room to refilm this. I was up putting some laundry away. I was able to wash some dishes while I was up, but I do a little bit and then I go sit down again. So I'm sitting at this point, but I was walking all over the house doing different things. So last Wednesday, not yesterday, but a week ago, I went into the hospital to have a stent that was in my esophagus removed because it can only stay in for 3 weeks. And so they removed that, and they were able to see where the actual hole was. And at that point, the hole is actually above where the surgery took place. The surgery's like healed and looks great. It's above it, and it's like a 3 millimeter hole, which is really tiny, about the size of a BB. So, so later on the day on Wednesday, it turns out that there is another procedure that they could try where they actually go in, this was the next day, where they go in, and so this was Thursday, getting my days confused, where they go in and they use this little vacuum and they suck the hole into the vacuum, if I understand this right, and then they put like a band around it and pull it tight. So almost like gathering it and then pulling it tight to seal the hole off. So they tried to do that, and at first they couldn't get it, and then they actually took smaller clips and kind of gathered the edges of the hole, and then they were able to suck it up together, and they put 2 rings around it to hold it in place. So then Thursday I went down to have the upper GI to see how it worked, and it's holding at this point. So I was sent home on Friday afternoon. I've been home since then. I'm still not eating or drinking anything. I'm still being fed through the IVs, but I'm no longer on the IV antibiotic, which means I wear the food thing from 8 at night until 8 in the morning. So at least most of the day, I am able to, like 12 hours of the day, I'm able to walk around without having to drag the walker behind me because it's got all the IVs attached to it. Yeah, so it makes it easier for me to be up and about, and I'm not having to worry about getting tangled up in the IV cords or anything like that. So yeah, so that's good. And there is talk possibly of me getting started on the liquid diet. We're still giving it a little time to make sure everything seems to be okay. I'm waiting to get the okay from my doctor to start with ice chips. Dave bought ice today so that we had some, because we don't have ice chips. We have an ice maker, but it doesn't work. And I need the ice I can like crunch up. So he stopped at the store and got me some ice. So whenever I get the go ahead, I'm ready to get started with that. My physical therapist and my occupational therapist both released me from needing to be seen by them any longer because they said I'm doing well enough at this point. So they said I was doing everything they needed me to do. I just need to continue to do those things to get strength. So that's been fun. My hand is still numb. If you've noticed, I am trying to respond to the comments a little bit more, just a little at a time, but these 3 fingers are numb from one of the IVs that went in right in here. And it caused numbness in these 3 fingers. So if you notice me typing and there's really some weird typos in there, it's because my fingers can't feel quite what they're doing. I have to really watch it. I'm hoping, they say it goes away. I hope so, because I use a laptop at work all day long. And I do a lot of typing. And because these 3 fingers are numb, they're also very, very cold, which means I have problems running the mouse on my laptop. And this is my dominant hand. So yeah, we're hoping this goes away really quick before I go back to work, which I'm not sure when that will be yet, but I'm hoping that things are looking up and that I am on the mend. I'm feeling much better. I'm back to, you know, a lot of my regular activities. Just not as, I mean, I can clean the bathroom, I can do all those type of things and stuff, but I don't do it constantly. It's, like I said, I get up and I'll do one thing or another thing, and then I go and I sit down for a little bit, because I think one of my biggest fears is I am so afraid of doing something too exertive and messing up, having one of those rings disconnect or something. I don't want to undo what's been done at this point. As to those rings, they just stay in and eventually get absorbed in your flesh. So they're very tiny. I can't feel it in there or anything. Not that I would anyway, because it's below my esophagus. So yeah, that is the latest update as to what is going on. Things are slowly but surely headed towards normalcy, whatever that would be for my household here. But yeah, so that is it. Thanks so much for watching. I appreciate all your prayers and kind thoughts, and check in next week to see whether I'm able to eat something. I really am craving a sugar-free popsicle. And a special shout out to Sharon. We used to go to church together, and she stopped by with DoorDash the other day. I had ordered some things from Walmart. Who knew DoorDash delivered for Walmart? So anyway, she delivered some of my Walmart order and then stepped in and talked for a few minutes. So it was great to see you, Sharon. So, and she said she's following what's going on with me. So I appreciate that. And I guess that's it for this week. I will see you again next week. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Bye.